Now, for our next question, what we're trying to do is we're trying to show that the volume is given by this thing here. So we've got a height, we've got a radius, we've got a slant length here, and basically trying to work out a few things here as well. So Pip is planning to make conical party hats, wants to work out the volume of the hats. Why? I don't know. Surface area would make more sense, but anyhow. So what we've got, if we have a look at this, we know that volume, let's go into CAS, make a calculator. We know that the volume of a cone equals 1/3 times pi times the radius squared, not the square root, radius squared times by the height. So we've got a bit of a problem though. Here we don't have mention of the radius at all. So we've got to do some stuff with the radius to turn it just into the height. Okay, so we know that by looking at this thing here, we can see we've got some Pythagoras stuff happening here, and we can say that because we don't have the radius at all here, we want to write an expression in terms of the radius. So looking at this, we can say that the radius, so we've got our right angle triangle, so we've got a hypotenuse at 10, so that means that we'll have 10 minus h squared. So we know that we can find the radius by saying that equals the square root of all of that. Whoops, no. Take this. It's incredibly frustrating when one of my shifts doesn't work. Control C, let me see if let me copy it. 10 minus h squared. So that's basically what we're saying that r is. Now, that's what we're saying that r is. But we know in our formula here, we have r squared. So what we do is we can square this thing and we just have, sorry, we're going to have this 10 squared. It's got to be 10 squared. So that's what we end up with now. But like I said before, we don't have r, we've got r squared. So what we're going to do is we're going to square this. So I'm going to put brackets around this, and I am going to square it. No, I'm not going to do that at all. I know that if I was to square this thing, and if I was to square this, I'd have 100 minus h squared. So that's what I've got there. So that's my value of r. Now what I can do is I can take this, if it lets me of course, copy, and I am going to take this line, and instead of r squared, I'm going to write that. No, it's done something else. Why has it done that? Anyhow, I'm going to say 100 minus h to the power of 2, and I'm pressing enter. It's giving me that, but that's no good. We don't want that. So what we want